actually said, "I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you for the kids."
Yeah, for the kids.
yeah, Gertz, I see that face, and that's the same face everybody in the theater was.
He said, "These kids need to learn that there are consequences."
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, you just tore up a chair like that. For all those people who don't like Charlie Day, man, you say this guy he just got one thing that he does. I can't stand that dude. I wish Ice Cube would beat the fuck out of him. Somebody heard you.
I've never said that.
I have, and it came true, Martin. You think
been after horrible bosses too?
Yeah, anybody, Jamie Foxx, anyone, any black dude, I wish would beat his ass. You know, and the thing is, I like Charlie Day. You know, I don't have anything against him, but I look at this movie that we have going on right here, which is Fist Fight. And I got some reservations about it. It's one of those movies where they had the red band trailer out for it.
Yeah.
And you know, man, a lot of these red band comedy movies today, they just getting by, just on being raunchy, just on being dirty, just on saying fuck a lot of times, putting in some sex jokes. They do like to do that. I'm saying, you know what? But this is hot concept right here. You know,
is it?
Yeah. This is Ice Cube inviting Charlie Day to have a fight in the school parking lot. And the big kicker here is that they're both teachers. You know, this is a world where actually the students kind of got a little sense. It's the teachers who are acting a fool, and well, maybe not right there, but this, you know, this is something like I told you. I'm not when I see these kind of comedies, my hopes are not up high at all. But you never know. You have to see the movie first. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer right here, and then we'll be back with our review.
Fucking little motherfucking sons of bitches!
This shit is getting violent. I look like a fucking minion.
Oh man, you said they were cussing just to cuss, and that's just what they did.
And that's just what they did. God damn it! I mean, this movie was pissing me off right from the beginning. Cause Martin, you know how I am. You know I hate movies. I hate movies, or at least I hate the parts of movies where you got the kids who run over the adults. And, you know, those kids are like, man, fuck you can't tell me what to do. But that's just them lashing out. This movie has the school terrorizing the adults, victimizing the teachers, man. This shit they are pretty much putting these teachers' lives in danger. They're harassing them. I mean, I was looking at this and I was like, it's so out of control. I said, you need to get the fucking water hose and dogs on these kids, man. These are not kids. These are animals. I can't stand shit like that. So this movie was rubbing me the wrong way right from the first 15 minutes.
It's not even like a school in a bad neighborhood.
It's in the middle of the suburbs.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it. It's like more white kids are out there doing this shit than anybody.
Yeah.
But see, that's why I had to pull back. I said, man, you know, calm the fuck down, man, because it is so insane that you really do have to bring in the whole rule of movie world. I said, this is an alternate dimension. This is not Earth. You know, this is somewhere else. If you're sitting up here, this is a comedy, and if you're sitting up here questioning all these crazy things, they pretty much are telling you, they set up the tone from the very beginning, like, yeah, this is outrageous. This is actually our goal. This is an extremely exaggerated situation that we have going on right here. And so, you know what, I can deal with it. And it doesn't help that the adults are pretty ignorant too. You know, I mean, it's you know, these are the adults in this movie. All of them, like Charlie Day. You know, he has no spine, no backbone. You know, every adult in here can't do shit with these kids because, you know, apparently the police does not exist in this world. And, you know, I almost feel like it's my fault if I'm going in and looking for any kind of realism out of this. You know, I can't get that mad at this. I mean, they even set up certain things in here where I was looking at like the part with the mariachi band that was following the guy around everywhere and shit.
And I got a goddamn mariachi band following me around wherever I go.
These are pranks that kids pull. It's like a senior prank day, and they're pulling all these pranks, and it's like, all right, you know what? I can deal with that. It's an exaggerated world. I'm cool.
I mean, you went to high school. Were your pranks ever anywhere near this wild or this illegal?
No, but I went to high school on Earth in this dimension. So, you know.
Your license plate say Georgia and DeKalb County on it. So,
you know, so it didn't bother me.
Man, by your own rules, as we just saw with our last review, they set this on Earth in a real city. They have to play by Earth rules.
Okay, you know what? And I'll tell you the problem with that is that their setup really doesn't help the premise or the catalyst for what really happens in the movie, because what you have here, you have Ice Cube, who did something at the school, and Charlie Day ratted him out because he didn't want to lose his job, and Ice Cube is the one that says, you know what, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you for ratting me out like that. And out of all the exaggerated things that go on in this school, I mean, kids are watching porn in the hallway. Is Ice Cube tearing a desk apart with an axe?
Do nothing. I'm gonna show you what's funny.
You know, that is no different from what is going on in school with everything else.
I mean, he really doesn't need to be a teacher anymore. How he's trying to put that on Charlie Day, I don't get it. But fine, you know what? That is kind of funny in its own way, that he would be so angry, like I'm gonna dedicate my life to fighting you after school. But then later, when he's like, "Well, I'm actually doing it for a reason. I have a message to deliver." I was like, "Oh."
He actually said, "I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you for the kids."
Yeah, for the kids.
yeah, Gertz, I see that face, and that's the same face everybody in the theater was.
He said,
All
these
right.
kids need to learn that there are consequences.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, you just tore up a chair like that.
Okay, well, the other thing was, and they just talked about it in the trailer. He was talking about, we don't have money for textbooks, but we got money for coffee machines. I'm like, well, you just tore up a desk. Like, that costs money. Like, I can't get that.
And you know what? And that's the biggest problem with the movie, is that it's a flimsy premise, and it's hurt even worse by the actors coming in and doing exactly what these actors do in every movie.
To a T.
To a T.
I mean, the thing is, I like Charlie Day a lot. Like it's Always Sunny, his TV show. It's on all cylinders this season. I'm loving it. So hey, he's getting some film work, but the film work he's getting are those roles that Jason Biggs and Ben Stiller used to do back in the 90s, where this guy who's so nice and so spineless that everybody walks all over him, and you're just like, Jesus, man, you're not even a real person. I can't get with this. It's almost like Jason Bateman got this script and just went like, nah, I think I'm done doing this kind of thing. Ice Cube, okay, is every movie going to be him with that mean mugging all the time?
Yeah.
And hey, can there be any comedy with Ice Cube where he doesn't recite lines from Friday? I don't think so.
You know what? NWA.
Yeah.
When Ice Cube, he recites all these things from every movie. If Ice Cube ain't having a good day, he's fucking the police.
Right.
Fuck the police.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, the movies go skirt.
Yeah, you know, movies
Say
just,
your line.
Yeah, movies just stop. Ice Cube is there because he's mad. That's this whole thing.
Yeah.
He's just there to be angry. And the thing about it is, it's funny because, you know, a guy like this, they don't explain why he's angry. No. He's just mad to be mad because, well, he's Ice Cube. No, a motherfucker like this has emotional problems.
He's anger management.
Yeah, he needs help.
And the whole thing of another adult saying, I'm going to fight you when this is over, it's like, well, no, because I'm just going to call the police.
Yeah.
This is not going to happen.
No, that's the thing about it. Like, there's a lot of shit where the police should be called in this movie, and the police don't show up for any reason at all.
No.
They are holding like these teachers captive. They're terrorizing them. Nobody bothers to call the police. One dude's car gets fucking vandalized, and he's like, "Oh, there's nothing I can do about this." The principal,
And he was like, it's a prank. That's a crime. Like,
oh yeah. And Charlie Day, the problem I have with Charlie Day, I like Charlie Day too, but Charlie Day, again, being Charlie Day as he is in every movie, he's like a coat up squirrel. He's like,
Snitches get stitches.
Snitches and stitches? What are you talking about?
you know, I was like, fuck, man.
He did that, and it worked really well. Was the Lego Movie, and that was it.
Yeah, because he was a fucking Lego. Apparently, he make everything Lego.
Spaceship.
Yeah.
All right, that works.
Like, man, wow, you did the same. It's the same fucking line in every movie. That's an actual line. You know, it's like, man, come on, brother. And then
Christina Hendricks. She needs to not make movies anymore.
And she's practically not. She's practically not making a movie. She's just in movies just to act crazy for a few seconds, and that's it.
Yeah, we need a sexy woman to just walk down the hall. Okay, you're done. Pick up your check.
Yeah, and then Not to mention everybody else in here. You know, you got Tracy Morgan and what's her name, Jillian. What's that chick's name?
I actually don't know her
From
name.
Workaholics, Jillian.
Jillian Bell.
There you go.
Yeah, Jillian Bell in the movie, man. You see her in every movie where she's just the weird, plump, blonde chick, you know, just says crazy shit.
Yeah, and always is the one that's like, oh yeah, I do this or I do that, like from Bad Santa 2. Not
Yeah.
Bad Santa 2, Office Christmas Party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is, she's like a lot of these comic actors, or I guess, or comedians, where you like they hire her because you're good with ad libbing.
What was that? Where did they get a horse?
They stole it from the racetrack. They got it all hopped up on like homemade meth.
You're not doing meth again, right?
Yeah.
And that's a big problem with this movie, is that so much of it, way too much of it, is just, okay, roll the camera and you guys just ad lib back and forth.
Oh, there's no script.
There's no script. Come on. There's no craft. There's no grace in putting these things together anymore.
No, and
They have a flimsy premise and they go, hey, something will happen. If we
Yeah.
can get the two of you in a room and you start talking, we'll get a movie. Don't worry about it.
and of course your boy Tracy Morgan is just there to talk like this because it's funny. You know, I'm gonna get
Somebody pregnant.
yeah, you know,
That's his line.
Tracy Morgan just gonna be Tracy Morgan in every Tracy Morgan movie.
Are you serious? Yeah. This is the 1700s?
You know, but his lines are
was a
funny,
funny
man.
line.
No, you know, these guys have funny moments. All of them have funny
They do.
moments.
I mean, this is a movie where I did get some laughs, and every time I go like, well, you made me laugh. Oh, you went back to making me hate you. Okay, never mind.
Well, that's the thing, though. Like, you get an occasional chuckle before
Yeah.
a movie full of comedians
Right.
who all have their own successful comedic things outside of this movie are just ruining it.
yeah, and you know the problem with it is that when I watch this, it's not just that it's the comedians doing what they do. In the right movie, them being themselves, hey, that's what we pay for sometimes. That's
Sure.
fine. Ice Cube being mad, yeah, it's cool if it's in the right movie that anger's channeled somewhere, you know, properly.
Like
21 and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah, exactly.
And Charlie Day and Horrible Bosses, the first one.
The first one, yeah.
Yeah. But this right here, the biggest problem is that, well, it ended up being that shitty, nasty ass movie that is just dirty to be dirty.
Yep.
And it's one thing to have a movie where they are just being nasty just for shock value, which, as we always say, is not there anymore. They do, but it's another when the jokes are projected. I'm talking about when the setup is done early on in the movie. They have a joke right here because if they have a little girl in the movie, Charlie Day's little white daughter, she keeps talking about, I want to play the Big Sean song in my recital. And Charlie Day, like, I don't know the fuck Big Sean. Apparently, these parents are too stupid to listen and too careless to listen to the music that their children listen to. Because if you know Big Sean, you know the song that I'm talking about.
You little stupid ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you. You little dumb ass bitch, I ain't fucking with you.
That's what I sing to Sammy every day.
I didn't know this song.
So you didn't know this song?
No. So I laughed when it got to that
Okay,
part.
so if you know the song, then you know, like, okay, we're talking about 5 minutes into the movie. This girl's like, I want to sing the Big Sean song. So you're like, okay, we're going to get to the part where the little girl is singing the Black Fuck You song. You know,
To the end of Little Miss Sunshine.
Little Miss Sunshine, yeah, when she sings it to her friends at a recital of other little white kids, you know. You're sitting down waiting for that to happen. You know, it's projected an hour and a half early in the movie.
Hey, my one laugh, you took it away from me.
Oh, no, hey, man.
Man, I was watching. I was like, she's either gonna do ass or I don't fuck with you, or I don't give a fuck, and that's what she did.
There's so many jokes where they talk about they do a setup, and I'm just sitting there thinking, all right, where the dick at?
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's like, okay, this come on, man, just bring the dick on. It's a dick joke. And sure enough, there was one where two kids are mowing a lawn. They did a whole 2 minutes of dialogue before they pulled back. You saw, oh yeah, it's a dick on the field.
That's actually the second time they did that.
And that was the second time for that still that I'm showing there. And speaking of which, man, how'd you feel about this? There's some running gags in this movie where I was like, you know something, some of these running gags are just not working for you to keep doing them over and over again. But some of them are just uncomfortable too. Like Jillian Bell talking about fucking her students.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you heard in the trailer, she's talking about how her students are just so sexy and she finds them so attractive. She keeps saying that throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And that's supposed to be funny because it's a woman. You know,
right.
but because if a dude had said that, this movie would be boycotted so quick if he had the same exact dialogue.
I've seen these kids grow up, and then one day it's just like, bam, they're 18 and you can fuck them.
And yeah, it's really uncomfortable, and it's one of those things that could have jumped in once, and you'd be like, huh, okay, I almost didn't catch what you did there. But they go like, oh, really? Because we're gonna do it again. Hey, what if we come back to it one more time? Hey, you remember that joke you liked? I didn't like it. Well, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Well, no, like if it was done in a better movie, even if it was a dude, it would have been like people would have got a good laugh out of it because it was done in Mean Girls with the coach that was sleeping with the his two students. But in this one, like everything else around it is so bland and bad. Once that comes up, you're like, all right, now this is definitely a crime.
Right.
You shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, yeah. And the way she even says it too, she's like, "Ooh, you ever just want to fuck your students?" And he's like, "Fuck no." It's almost like Charlie Day said, even as an actor, I can't say this shit. 'Cause I'm gonna get arrested, man.
Oh, he did have one of the best reactions, like, you know how this ends, right? I was like, all right, that's funny.
Yeah, and I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to do a commentary on teachers having sex with their students, but I mean, you know, the big thing that's going on in the news. But it's like, nah, leave that to the news. It's funnier there.
You guys don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
The news is funnier than you.
It's true. It is true, man. And you know, I would say that this we keep saying this tonight. Missed opportunity is the word because
it could have made a statement.
Because what they were, you know, they could have done a take on another movie that's out there. There's a movie called 3 O'Clock High.
Yep.
And it's a 1987 cult classic film, and that's what this movie is actually trying to do.
We're gonna have a fight today after school. He's got 6 hours to get out of it.
It's been quite a morning, Jerry.
You can say that again.
You know, this could have been a take on that. Also, that's just another take on High Noon. This could have been something where it was a statement about how the internet is so bloodthirsty.
Oh yeah.
And how that bloodthirstiness just moves so quickly. You know, because that's what happens in the film. I mean, the whole town knows that this guy's about to get his ass beat, and everybody's getting in on it, and nobody wants to take responsibility and stop it. Which is that's a great commentary. Except I don't even think they knew they had it. You know, the movie's not smart enough to really know that because it's just trying to get by on that one premise: 2 adults fighting each other who happen to be teachers and fighting each other in front of a bunch of students.
Yeah, and the whole. When Ice Cube gets to his point of what he's trying to do, I really did give up. Like, so the way that you're undermining the teacher's authority, that doesn't bother you at all. The only thing I left with it was the fight itself. I was like, all right, they did go for it with the fight. It was balls to the wall. I'll give them that.
No, you know what? The fight in this movie is actually they don't cheat on that. They give you exactly what you want from that fight. Like if that's what you've been waiting on, then you get it because you think Charlie Day is gonna punk out and run. No, they actually have a fight. They beat the shit out of each other, and the way that they staged it, it's impressive. I mean, look, it ain't Rocky, it ain't Creed,
no,
but for this stupid shit right here, you know, it's actually pretty good. And they put a lot of care into that. It's almost like that was their biggest thing in the movie, to put all of their energy into filming that fight, because that fight took over 100 hours to film.
Did it?
Yeah, if I read correctly, it took 100 hours to film, coordinate. I think maybe they even did some choreography training. You know, I don't know.
And there was no time left to write the script.
That's where all the money went.
What do you think about this, man?
I think we hit majority of the main points. Like, we would give them credit for having something smarter on their hands or doing something smarter. If this was a smarter movie, like you said, it could have been brought up to where we were talking about how the internet's so bloodthirsty, or how there's not enough funds going into public education.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, wow, there was a lot of things here that they could have, you know, if they would have brought in a writer and not somebody with crayons and a fucking piece of paper. They're like, all right, just, you know, they could have had something really good here, but. It's God, it is just like Great Wall. Wasted opportunities, man. Like Ice Cube, when he's funny, like we've said in the Jump Street movies, or even in Friday. And Charlie Day, when he's given something to do and it's not just that same like freaking the hell out, it's done well. But in here, it was just tropes you see coming from a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like recycled material. Like this has been passing around Hollywood forever. And while there are some moments in there where you do laugh, like I think I laughed maybe 5 times on this. That's probably about it. That fight scene at the end was pretty dope. And I'm glad they spent all that time on it. It's just too bad, like Martin said, they should have put more time into putting words down.
Yeah, it's that fight is the only thing that's making me give this a rating like just barely above some old bullshit. the movie knows what it's doing as far as ending on a high note, or ending where on a note where it says, okay, that's the strongest point of our film. You know, this is the only shit we got, and we know it, and we just gonna save it for the end of the movie. You know, and that's and they were smart to do that. That was a good thing. So you know something, I will for that fight alone, I'm giving it just skimming by at a rental.
The fight does raise it.
But not enough.
It raises it to a high, some old bullshit.
Okay, I can see that.
I was just kind of angry watching it most of the time, and it, like I said, I'd get a laugh, and then it would step on it.
God, this movie, man, it's something where you said you nitpick it, or you can just blow by it if it's in another dimension, or you can set it in another world. I can't, man. Like we've seen so many of these high school movies where they do mess up this bad, but maybe they'll fix it with the writing or the action or whatever is happening in it. But this movie didn't do that. This movie made me mad before it got to the fight, and then when I got to the fight, I wanted to jump up and punch somebody. So yeah, man, this is some old bullshit for me, dude.
Yeah, it was seriously a fuck you up until the fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So it did move up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It did.
GameFly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. GameFly's giving me an excuse to do that. And you can even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere, because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month, just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.